Alrighty, traders, what is up? My name is Chris, and welcome back to today's recap of the NASDAQ 100 futures, where we're doing something a little different. We're not just zooming in on the morning session. We're running this bad boy from the open all the way through the close on the 5-minute chart to show exactly how our dynamic duo of CYMO Pro and PureMO handled the entire trading session, okay? One of our subscribers wrote in and he wanted to see how these tools were playing out on a 5-minute chart. So I said, sure, why not? We'll go ahead and honor that request and show how it works on a 5-minute chart. And I'll tell you right now, if you're serious about market structure and momentum shifts, this was one of those sessions you really need to study, okay? If you looked at, to begin the day, at our bot over at our Discord, over in the Discord briefings channel, it called it this morning. It said, expect cyclic conditions. And sure enough, the market cycled like it was a washing machine from bell to bell. Okay, this wasn't like a clean trend day where the market just took off in one direction all day. This was a back and forth cyclic fest all day. The kind of session that kind of eats reactive traders alive unless you're armed with tools that really understand the environment. All right, so we're going to go ahead and break it all down today. And to do that, we're going to run this bad boy back at 10 times the speed of the market and see how it all shook out. Okay, then at the end of this quick recap, I'll go ahead and do any Q&A that you guys want me to do, and I'll answer your questions in their entirety. Now, keep in mind, guys, if you want any information on these tools on the chart, there's a link in my bio. Y'all can just click that link and get all the details, plus a few more goodies that are in the link tree as well that are free. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and kick this bad boy off. All right. This is going to kick in right now as soon as this timer hits 9:30 in the morning, and we will see exactly what happened in today's morning session, okay? And here we go. It's almost ready, guys. It's almost ready, guys. That's how a lot of you feel right there in the morning. Here we go. Okay. Boom, right there. That was the opening bar this morning. That was pretty insane when the market did that this morning. You were like, holy moly, look at that. Is this thing just going to go off a cliff? What is happening here in the market, guys? I'm sure your heart felt like this, okay? You're looking at that going, holy moly. Okay, first bar of the day, we know that we're not going to do anything, guys. We're just going to let that shake down. We've got PureMO coming down, cycle coming down. That might be a potential trade to the downside. Let me see, I don't got my markers up. Go ahead and plot them right there so you guys could see that. There you go. Okay, and we took that trade because you've got cycle and momentum falling right there, second bar, and this is a 5-minute chart, okay? And I'm going to give you a little bit more color on trading the 5-minute chart when I get done with the demo. That's really important, especially for you guys who are with prop firms, all right? So here you go. You've got PureMO and exhaustion mode right out of the gate. So if it's right out of the gate and you're in exhaustion mode, okay, what are you waiting for? You are waiting for the tilt, okay, the tilt. The moment you see this purple line tilt up, guys, that is it, okay? That means the trade is over, all right, at that point in time. So let's see how this shakes out at the open right here. And as soon as we see the tilt, and hopefully we see a cross with CYMO above the 0 line, that'll indicate that this trade is done and over with, okay? So here we go, okay? You know, you're stuck in this trade. It's not really moving. Your heart is throbbing. And you just got to be patient and let it play out, guys. All right. And there we go. Not bad. It is moving, okay, nicely. And we're waiting for the purple line to tilt up. And the moment this purple line tilts up, that is the end of the trade right here. This is what you're looking at for down here, okay? And we're watching cycle as well right there. I'm going to go ahead and plot exactly where and how the trade was taken to the downside right here, guys, okay? Cycle went down, momentum went down. This bad boy, I mean, it was as clear as day. This was a pretty simple trade to take to the downside, okay? So here we go. Now you've got the tilt and you've got this bad boy going above zero. I will go ahead and take that trade off right there, okay? That would be where the exit would happen, right smack daddy right there. You see, the moment that cycle went above zero and you had a little tilt in the purple line going up right there, guys.
Wow, did you see that? That's what you call precision.
All right, guys, not bad for the first trade of the day, right? And let's see what other opportunities we get, because we're going to run this, remember, from the open all the way through the close nonstop today, okay? So you got cycle above zero. You have momentum down here, which kind of makes me feel, well, you know, it may not be the right time to pull the trigger to an upside trade. I mean, if momentum is down here, guys, you got to watch this bad boy right here, because cycle can definitely turn around and come back down for cycle number 2. And if that happens, you're going to get a second rotation to the downside, okay? If momentum tilts up and this bad boy continues up, then it might be a setup to go long, okay? Not there yet, so let's go ahead and keep watching this as it plays out, all right? And you know what? This is at 10 times the speed of the market. I might be able to maybe notch it up a little bit so it can go a little faster, okay? And since it's a 5-minute chart, maybe 15 times the speed of the market, it'll speed it up a little bit for you guys, just in case you're impatient. So we'll see that right there. Okay, so we've got this bad boy right here in this threshold, okay? And we've got momentum rising right here, all right? So let's see if there is any opportunity right there to take this trade to the upside.
Order filled.
So we'll take that trade to the upside right there, and we will take that trade to the upside because you've got momentum rising, cycle above zero. You've got PureMO right here at the zero line. Ideally, I would love for it to be above the threshold here. So this is kind of a cowboy trade, all right? And this trade will end whenever cycle crosses below zero or the purple and yellow line intersect right there, okay? So whenever price does this and you guys are trading, you know, you guys probably feel this in your heart. Very, very, very slow moving trade. I'll tell you that right there, right now. Okay, this is where I am going to hop off the trade. There wasn't a lot of meat on the bone on that trade, but the moment that cycle came down, that is it, guys. On slow movers like that, I don't mind just calling it a scratch right there and saying, hey, you know what? Not a lot of meat in the bone from 634 to 645 right there. No, this is fully discretionary. And you've got the crossing right there as well with PureMO. So there was not a lot of meat on the bone on that particular move right there. But we will go ahead and continue to see what else the market threw. So we're going to run this, remember, from the open of the market, guys, all the way through the close of the session, okay? And let's see what else the market throws at us during this time that we're trading this, and we'll see if there's any other opportunities, okay? So I sped this bad boy up at 15 times the speed of the market. It seems to be going okay. It'll probably be a slow grind, though. It's 11 o'clock here on the timer, so it's going okay, I think. Kind of gives you a little bit of time to pause and reflect, too. All the details, Chucky, are in the link in my bio, so if you go ahead and head over to the link in my bio and click it, you'll get all the details concerning what we've got here on the chart, all right? Can't take my eyes off too much off the screen, guys, because I have a habit of reading the comments and then losing sight of what I'm doing here. Okay, now right now you see PureMO going sideways. Normally when PureMO goes sideways, guys, this is telling you that the market is consolidating, okay? There is nothing to trade right here, okay? I'm using, yes, let me see what I'm using here. That's a good question, J Momentum. I'm using 30 and 26, so yes. I am using, I've got PureMO set to capture the momentum swing in price right here, but I've got CYMO set to 11 to capture the swing, some of the cyclic swing in the price action right here. So it's kind of like a combination of both, because you're dealing with the 5-minute chart, so it's nice to kind of capture the swing in price, but I also want to capture a lot of the cyclic moves in price. And excuse me, that's because, you know, the bot said the market might possibly be cycling today. So I set this bad boy down to 11. I left it there, and so far it's picked up the cyclic rotation's pretty nice so far in the morning right here. So yeah, 30 and 26, and I've got CYMO set to 11 right here. Oh, absolutely. If you set a higher setting in CYMO, let's say to 14, when the market's cycling, you're gonna completely miss the entries. You're gonna get in late, and you're gonna get out late as well. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. So here we go, guys. This type of trade right here on the chart is known as a pivot trade right here. Okay, where you know, everything seems to be coming down. All of a sudden, it pivots up right there. These are very, very short-lived trades, and they are very low probability as well. I prefer taking trades when the market is actually cycling like this. These type of pivot trades right here, I completely avoid, okay? So now we've got momentum still above zero. We got cycle here at the zero line, and we've got PureMO still kind of meandering right here within this line, okay? Now, if you wanted to take the cyclic component of the trade right here just with CYMO, you absolutely can as well. You know, in case you didn't have PureMO on your chart, you can definitely execute this trade. And this is a classic cycle short trade right there, where momentum is following cycle. You see, there's a sine wave formation happening right there. Momentum is following cycle right there, and these type of trades end up ending whenever cycle and momentum kiss goodbye. And we'll see that right here in this example, okay? Now, this is where ideally the trade with PureMO would have happened, okay? Right smack daddy right there, okay, to the downside. But we decided to take the cyclic trade here right about when it crossed. I was probably late 1 bar because I was looking at something else right there, okay? And you had momentum falling, which was really nice as well right there. You see that? Okay, and that's like a nice 50-pointer already right there. And the moment that cycle and momentum cross, that is going to be it, guys. Okay, that there's not going to be anything left in that trade. Okay, there we go. You got the crossing right there.
Order
pull the
filled.
trigger, you're done. Okay. And again, I was probably late 1 bar because I was waiting to see whether this thing would actually move faster to the downside. Then I said, well, why don't we just take the cyclic component of the trade? And that's what we did right there. Okay. 608 to about 596. Simple trade. Nothing to rave about. Okay. Right there. Hey, Mike. It's good to have you back, man. All right, let's see what happens next, guys. Okay, we've got cycle above zero. A cycle above zero. We've got momentum kind of rolling back into this gray zone. Let's see if this thing pops to the upside. You've got momentum also here with CYMO below zero. So let's see if there's any trade whatsoever with this, okay? And again, guys, I'm running this from the open of the market all the way through the close, exactly the way this should have been traded. And right now we're at 12:30 p.m. So time's moving really quick at 15 times the speed of the market. I'll just leave it there because it's not too frantic or nervous. And I think it kind of gives a little bit of structure to what we're doing. Yeah, this is a recap of the NASDAQ 100 futures. Well, the NQ is actually open right now for the evening session. It's going to be, if it's not open yet, it's going to be open pretty soon. If I'm looking at my timer correctly for the evening session. Yeah, so it's about 10 minutes. Yeah, you're right. Alrighty, guys, look what's happening right here. We've got PureMO going sideways. Okay, can someone type in the comment bar what happens when PureMO goes sideways like this? Okay, what type of market condition is PureMO telling you that you're in when it goes sideways like this? Just drop it in the comment box. Chop, exactly. You're in chop. This is the exact no momentum. That's right. This is the exact no trades. Exactly, man. You know, all three of you boys got it right. Whenever you're in this zone right here, guys, this is where you're gonna get wrecked. Right here, the wreck box. This is where you are gonna give money back to the market. It's better to just kind of sit back and wait it out, okay? Not to be traded when it's going sideways, okay? The market will swing just the way the market swings all the time, okay? You can tell by the jiggles right here in momentum that there's a lot of noise right here in the market. There is no trade, and PureMO is telling you by going flat that there is no trade to be taken right there, okay? That's really important to identify that to keep you out of the wrecking zone, okay? This is moving quite nicely as far as the speed. It's not moving too erratically here on the chart. And it's at 1 p.m. when we're taking this all the way to the close today, okay? Unfortunately, no. These are only available on the NinjaTrader platform. And here we go, guys. You are still in in an area where there is no trade to be taken whatsoever right here. This is just a bunch of noise. There's really nothing to trade right here. And these type of trades right here are not high probability. You know, these are the type of trades that'll fool you into believing that price is going up. And look at this, the wick went up and then it came back down and closed right there. I guarantee you that you would have gotten excited watching this bar go up only to see this bar come down and take your profit and you getting stopped out right there, okay? And then you got this one that really adds insult to injury right there, because this right here almost feels like price is really going up, only to get this crazy bar to really smack daddy you in the head and tell you, look, you idiot, it's not going up, it's going down. And all this got caught right here with PureMO, just staying within the consolidation zone right here, telling you, look, there is no trade to be taken right there. This alone right here, guys, this functionality of PureMO by itself would have saved your ass from having lost money during this whole period right there, okay? Yeah, most likely it was news because it was 1 p.m. and news always gets released around the 1 p.m. hour. This is a trade to the downside right here, okay? And the reason that this is a trade to the downside is you saw the shift in momentum right here. Bam, it came down. You saw cycle come down below zero right there as well. And momentum is also down below zero, okay? This is a trade to the downside right there, all right? So we're going to go ahead and write that. And we will go ahead and write that until we actually get our signal to get out, all right? Yeah, I think that is when Powell spoke, exactly. Right there, guys. You guys caught it. Hit the nail in the head. Straight down right there. And right here, guys, this little pivot right here where it crossed above the zero line, that looks like a really good exit to me right there, okay? So I will go ahead and buy that back right there. If you notice the crossing right smack right there.
Wow, did you see that? That's what you call precision.
And that's how it's done, guys, right there, okay? Cycle crossed above momentum right there, and you basically nailed the bottom of that trade. Couldn't be easier than that, all right? You're watching me from 36,000 feet. Wow, you're on a plane, Nikki. Awesome. Awesome, 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 man. That is great. I love it. You do that, my friend. It's where the meat on the bone is, right there. And here you go, guys. Here's the other clue. You hit the exhaustion point down here, okay? You hit the exhaustion point, boom, it bounced up, but this was really right here, the exit that you wanted to take in this trade, okay? Sure, it bounced up, cycle is going up, momentum is still below zero. Okay, shout out to Nikki, by the way, who's up 36,000 feet watching this live stream. That is awesome, man. That is so cool. He's probably on his way to Dubai right now. So here we go, guys. Momentum is rising a little bit here. Cycle is above zero, and we've got this bad boy right here. Houston, okay. Awesome, man. Awesome. Now let's see if we can squeeze another dollar out of this session right here. Momentum is still below zero, guys. Cycle is coming down right here. Check this out, all right? Cycle is making its rotation right here. We've got this bad boy still in this gray zone, which is kind of consolidation, as we know. In order for this to be any type of trade, guys, it has to go up one way or come down the other way. And right now, the way I'm reading this, okay, and look at this and correct me if I'm wrong, okay, this bad boy looks like it's coming down, okay, right there. And if this comes down, I want to see the purple line cross below the yellow line coming down as well, right there to take a short trade, okay? All right, and this would be your nice short entry right there. Okay, you've got cycle right there coming down below zero. You've got momentum also below zero right there and flat, which is nice, okay? You've got the purple line just crossed below the yellow line, which is something that we wanted to see right there, okay? So you've got all conditions, guys, right there to take this trade to the short side, okay? And that's really super important in making sure you time your entries correctly, okay? Right there, all right? So let's go ahead and see where this trade ends. And we will let this bad boy run, okay? Now, remember, guys, this trade is going to end when one of two things happen, okay? We've got cycle number one right here, if you notice, okay? This is something I always emphasize to you guys right here. Okay, where did momentum actually dip? It dipped right here. Okay, look at this. It fell right here, okay? Boom. So where did cycle number one begin? Well, if it ended here, it began here, which means that there might be a second cycle in the rotation, which is right here. The moment it falls below the zero line, it's coming down, guys, and it's coming down good. Okay, the moment that cycle crosses above zero, and if you get a crossing right here, either above zero or right back into this gray threshold, you are done, guys. That is it. There is nothing else left to the downside in this trade. Okay, and then you'll probably have some type of short covering rally, considering how much this is sold off in the market right there. Okay. So a one contract trade on this, guys, would have been worth over $2,000 right there, all right? One contract right here, okay? So here we go. This is the cyclic crossing right there, which ends cycle number two, all right? So, you know, you can always get out right there. Cycle number two, that's the end of it right there. If you really want to stick around and see how this plays out till the rotation absolutely, completely, and entirely exhausts itself, you know, then you just want to watch this purple line hit the, gray box right here, and then you'll kind of see where it fizzles out completely, okay? So there we go, okay? Let's keep watching that. Remember that momentum is still down here, all right? Okay, but this would have been a nice exit for any one of you guys following the cyclic rotation when the market goes into trend mode. Cycle one, cycle two, and, you know, you would have gotten out right here at this bar, okay? Bingo, right there, all right? And we will see right here, okay? The moment that this bad boy kind of rises up right there, that'll pretty much be where everything gets exhausted, and you can take your trade off at that point if you'd like, okay? My ideal trade exit, guys, would have been right here, and
order filled.
That's it right there. Hit that little gray spot, both momentum and cycle went up. That's it. Chances are you're going to get a pull up to the upside, and if you want to take that up, you want to be confident that this is really going to pull up. You wait for the purple line to get above the gray box right there. If it does that, then you might have a good pull up to the upside. So you see the difference between getting out right here where I've got the green arrow and waiting for this to kind of exhaust itself. Okay, you kind of run the risk that you might get a pull up the same way I did right here before getting out of the trade. Ideally for me as a trader, I would have much rather have gotten out at the end of cycle two right there. That would have been it for me, guys. Yeah, you would have had a little bit of a capitulation with 3 more bars coming down, but that's okay. And that's
order
a bottom
filled.
right there, okay? You've got the purple line right there above the threshold, okay? Right smack right there, guys, and you've got both cycle and momentum rising, okay? Right there. Okay, cycle is rising, momentum is coming off the bottom right there, okay? That is rocket fuel right there, guys. Right, that is rocket fuel right there, and we will take that until you get your cyclic rotation crossing below the zero line, and we will exit that trade. And right there, guys, that's your cyclic rotation. That's exactly what you were waiting for right there to jump off this trade. A one contract trade right there, guys, would have been worth over $3,000
order filled
for you today. All right. Bingo right there. You just had PureMO enter the exhaustion zone right here. And that is really, guys, right there where the trade actually, let me go ahead and put a little box right here so you guys can see the exhaustion zone right there. That's exactly right there what I'm talking about.
Wow, did you see that? That's what you call precision.
And that's right, guys. This is what precision trading looks like right here, okay? And this is pretty much the end of the session right there, okay? Not bad at all, okay? So, let's break it down, guys. All right, today was a really interesting day. I ran this bad boy from the start all the way to the close of the market. Let me break it down for you, okay? CYMO Pro, this tool right here, okay, with the cyan and yellow line, okay? And mapped out the rhythm of the market with insane clarity on a 5-minute chart. Cyclic turns right here. Look at this. Here, 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 here. It caught them. Structure, perfect. Highlighted them too, okay? And when the market drifted sideways right here, okay, PureMO said, hey, nothing here, wait. And it would have gotten you out of a lot of this bad chop that just really didn't go anywhere at all, okay? PureMO, on the other hand, it was snapping momentum, guys. It was snapping these shifts like a sniper right here. Look at this, okay? Perfect entry to the downside, perfect entry to the upside, letting you know exactly when the energy came in and when it fizzled out right here to the upside, all right? Now, these two together right here, okay? These two together, guys, didn't just show you when to enter. They showed you when not to enter, such as areas like right here on the chart. You see? Kept you out of a lot of the noise, a lot of the bad trades as well, okay? And that right there, guys, is what separates amateur traders from the ones who stay in the game. Because if you watch today's move, then you kept saying to yourself, I wish I knew when to step in, or I didn't even know we were cycling. Then what you're really saying is, I need better tools. Well, here they are, guys, right here, okay? And the best part is you can test drive them completely free for 7 days, okay? You get CYMO, you get PureMO, you get ScalpMO, and yes, even the dynamic VWAP to help you understand when you're in cycle mode or trend mode, okay? You even get 2 free one-on-one setup sessions to make sure everything's dialed in and working for your specific style of trading, okay? So, what are you waiting for? Click the link in my bio, grab the free trial, and see how it feels to trade with clarity, guys, okay? It's that simple, okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and stop it there and answer any questions you guys may have because I kind of went through this whole session right here without really even blinking at the comments, okay? So we got all these trades that happen right here, okay? I'd love to get any feedback that you guys might have or any questions here in the comment box.